If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, I welcome you all to this new lecture on gate electrical circuits. So today we will be again doing 5 questions from question number 126 onwards to up to 130. Some of the questions we will start from graph theory today. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. So okay student, in question number 1 to 6 what they have asked, in the circuit shown below, the initial capacitor voltage is 4 volt, this is given. The switch S1 is closed at t equal to 0. The charge lost by the capacitor from this to this. So if you need to find charge, then you need to find I, because I is equal to dq by dt. So once you know I, then you can find charge by integrating it from 25 to 100 millisecond up to this much, how much charge it has lost or it has accumulated, both. If it is charging, then accumulated. If it is discharging, then it is lost. Here it is discharging. So for that IT, so we will use that mantra. What is IT? I infinity. What will be the infinity? Infinity means if you keep it on for infinite time, what will be the current? Then current will be 0. Ultimately it will discharge its full charge, then it will come to 0. So final value is 0 plus what is the initial value. Now what will be the initial value? In case of initial value, if you draw this circuit, then its capacitor is shorted, and that initial condition, if I separate it, it is 4 volt, then there is a resistance only. So what is the current flowing? So it is 5 ohm. So it will be 4 by 5, that is 0.8 minus again finally is 0, e to the power minus t by RC, R and C. So 5 5s are 25 into 10 to the power minus 6. So this is your expression for IT. Very simple one, using that mantra. You remember this one. This is very important. So if you need to find Q, you need to integrate it. So I will integrate it from 25 micro to 100 micro, 0.8 e to the power minus t by 25 micro dt. So if you integrate it, so it will be 0.8 outside, then e to the power minus t by 25 micro divided by 1 by 25 micro, because 25 micro will come down constant, and then it is 25 micro, so 100 micro. So if you put it there, it will be 0.4 into, if you put 100, then e to the power minus 4, there will be 1 minus of integration, this minus will come, so e to the power minus 4 minus e to the power minus 1, and this 25 will come up, and then it will be 0.8, it will be multiplied. So you can write it, if you do it, finally I am not doing it, divide by 25 micro. So if you do it, it will be around 6.99 microcoulomb. This 25 will come up, this 25 micro will come up, because from denominator it will come up, and it to the power this will also give a minus, so this minus will get cancelled. The voltage across the circuit in the figure and the current through it is given by the following expression, this, where I is equal to this, the average power delivered to the circuit is 0, then the value of X in this much. So for power is equal to V into I. So if you need to find average power, you have to add all these things for 0 to 2 pi. So one thing you can do, you can integrate, because your average power is 0, so you can integrate it dt, that should be equal to 0 for 0 to 2 pi. One cycle, complete cycle, it should be 0. So but it will be a lengthy one. You can take product and you can do this integration. I am writing out the expression. So it will be 5 minus 10 cos omega t plus 60 multiplied by, this is general, means this will be applicable for any Vi given to you, because the product of this is power, so average power is 0. So if they are saying, then it is general formula. You apply this formula, integrate it from 0 to 2 pi, you will get the answer X equal to 10. This X equal to 10 you will get. But there is a shortcut also you can apply here, because there are two different signal, one is this, one is this. You can see one is DC signal, one is AC signal, and AC frequency are same. For this input, this much output you are getting. Okay, because it is of this fashion, you can apply power consumed by DC, you apply power consumed by DC, and then you apply power consumed by this AC component. So this total should be 0, if you can do it in that way, or you can think it in superposition also. You apply first 5, what is the current it is taking, so you calculate the power consumed. Same again, you calculate voltage and current, give second one, you find the current, and they calculate the power. So ultimately question number 1 to 7, if you do it, then if you give 5 both, so for DC the power consumed, if I give me 5 volt, then how much current I am getting? 5 ampere you are getting. So you can think of it is of 25 watt. Now in voltage side, if you give minus 10, you see minus 10 by root 2, then you are getting current X by root 2, and then power is equal to V Vrms Irms cos phi cos 60. The angle between these two is 60 degree. Both are cos, there is no problem. You can convert it both sine, so ultimately the angle will be same. Both can be cos also, both can be sine also. Then if one is cos, one is sine, then you have to convert either both one in sine or either both one in cos. So if you do this one, it is 10x, it will be 5x, and cos 60 is again half, so 5x by half. So minus. So this plus this should be equal to 0, because this is the average power. They are saying total power is 0. So if you do this one, you will get x equal to 10. That will also give you the answer. So here both way you can go. You can do this integration also. This integration also can be done. This will be quite lengthy, but you can do it. You take product 5 into 5, 5x, 10x. So 5x cos integration is easy. 5x, 550 cos omega t plus, that is also easy. And here you have to apply cos A cos B. 2 cos A cos B if you apply, then you will find a formula and you can easily integrate this cos A cos omega t into x cos omega t plus 60, this one. Okay, next I think this is related to graph theory. These questions now, these are coming from graph theory. Figure shows the DC resistive and its graph is round. Graph is drawn a side. What is the proper tree? Now what is tree in case of graph theory? A tree is a set of all branches so that all nodes are covered. Set of branches, a set of branches so that all nodes are covered, all nodes are included, but it cannot form a closed loop. It cannot form a closed loop. So you can think tree means something of this fashion. Tree, what you draw in tree, but that's like it cannot. There should not be a loop. You cannot. It's like a tree only. You see tree normal. One tree. It is not that one tree comes when this is very rare. No? So this is not tree. This is, you think of normal tree only. Okay. Now that means you have to set of all branch. It is a collection. Set means inside the bracket there will be, you will select all the branches so that all nodes should include. No node should be left, but there should not be any closed loop. So if I consider this one, if you see this one, first one AB, BC and AD. AB, I am selecting this one, then BC, then AD. All nodes are covered, yes. These 3 and these 4 nodes are covered, and the branches I take these 3 branches. So okay, no one is forming any closed branch, so this can be done. Here each one it is written will not contain the edges. Means which one will not, which tree will not. So this is okay, this can take. AB, BC, CA. So if you take AB, then BC, then CA. So now you can see this is also, this node is not covered. So one thing is that node is not covered, and one more thing, this is also formed as a closed loop. So closed loop cannot be formed. So B cannot be the answer. B cannot be a tree. So that is my answer. Which cannot contain the edges. So it cannot contain B. Similarly, you can see AB, BD and CD. So all nodes are covered, AB, BD, CD, but no closed loop. It is not forming, it is not coming back to this one. AC, BD, AD, AC, BD and AD. AC, BD, AD. No closed loop. This is AC, not AB. AB, BD, it will have a closed loop, but it is AC, AC and then BD. So AC means they are taking this one as a branch. AC, BD and AD. So again, all nodes are covered, but no closed loop is formed. So obviously B is the answer. So this is the definition for tree. Now one more thing, the branches of tree. If you have a tree, then what are these branches? Each branches is known as twigs. So remember these names for graph theory. Branches of tree. Twigs is nothing but branches of tree. So there is one more thing. What is the independent loop? Independent loops, or the branches that don't form tree, that are also known as links or cords. Links or cords. So that is also give you only independent loop, number of independent loop. So all is equal to, for all these are separate things. Links and cords are same thing, but from links and cords it can be derived that independent loops are also same number as number of link and cords. So link and cords are those things which means these are not forming any tree. They are branches. You take those branches, but they are not forming any trees. Forming any trees means they can be closed loop also, from because trees there is no closed loop. So in link and cord there can be closed loops. So you can think in that way. That's why it is loops. But it may not form also loop also. So but it is not forming a tree. It means all nodes are, for tree all nodes should be covered. For tree, two things has to be done. One, all nodes has to be covered, and there should not be any closed loop. So but the formula remains same. What is the formula? Formula is L plus N is equal to B plus 1. We used to remember in this format. You can make any code of your format. So L plus N is equal to B plus 1. So if you see this one in 30, so in graphs there is a very important formula, or if you remember this way, then you can do it anytime. It will be B minus N plus 1. Something of this format you always remember. But we all used to remember this format. This was quite interesting for us. We made you can make code on it. So remember it. So okay, then the graph of electric and N nodes and B branches. The number of links is L. The respective choice of a tree with respect to the choice of a tree. Link with respect to the choice of, it should not be tree, then that's known as link. So that's why they are saying with respect to a choice of tree is given by. So we know link is equal to this one. So it is B minus N A. So it is standard. Question number 132 is A option. So sorry, this was 129. This is 129. I missed 128. I will come to it. And this is 130. Now in question number 128, what they have given. In the figure, the voltage are V1 this much and V2 this much, V3 this much. The circuit is a sinusoidal steady state. R is very less than omega L. That means you can neglect R. You can simply write it omega L. The circuit is a sinusoidal steady state. P1, P2, P3 are the average power output. Then what should be its sign? So if I take this current, suppose this current if I consider it is, suppose I consider it I1. So let me calculate the I1s. So let me apply superposition, because 3 at a time we cannot take. We can take, but it will take some time. So let us do for I1 dash. We will calculate I1 dash, I1 double dash, I1 triple dash. Dash means only this one. Double dash means only this one. Triple dash means only this one. So if I go for I1 dash, so what is I1 dash? Means only this one is there. This is not there. This is not there. So how this will not be there? Voltage source means it is shorted. So current will come here, it will see a short path, so all the current will flow through this. So no current will come to this branch. You can see no current will come to this, because this will be also shorted, this will be shorted. If you remove, how to remove voltage source? If you remove voltage source, that means no voltage should come. That means you want to make this voltage 0. That means you have to short it. So voltage sources are killed by shorting. So all currents will come and it will pass through this. So here it will be simply V1 is, it is 100 by root 2. Angle I am writing V1 is 0. And this divided by, what is your, that is j omega L. If I write it j omega L. So if you do it, it will be 100 by root 2 omega L at an angle of 90, minus 90. This is 90, so it will come at minus 90. So this is I1 dash. Similarly, you can calculate I1 double dash. What will be I1 double dash? Now what will be your current? And now this is on, this voltage source is there, these two are shorted. So current will come and it will divide into two parts. So this voltage will come across this. So this side current will now flow in this direction. I1 dash was, this is my normal direction, this is I1 dash. But if you calculate I1 double dash, it will be in this direction, backward direction. So it will be a minus sign with this one, because if I take this direction is standard for me, so it will be minus. And the voltage across this same voltage, 100 by root 2 at an angle of pi by 18 is 360 by 18, that is your 20. Sorry, this is pi by 18. Pi means 180 by 80. So this is 10 dB. So this divided by again j omega L. So it will be again minus 100 by root 2 omega L at an angle of now 100 minus 90. So it will be minus 80. Now what is I1 triple dash? I1 triple dash means only this one is on. This is shorted, this is shorted. So all current will come through this and it will flow through this and it will go away. So no current will come through this. So it is 0. So now if you take what is the net current, that is in this direction. In this direction, because from this source this is the voltage, this is the current coming out. So if I calculate the net current I1, it will be I1 dash plus I1 double dash plus this. So if you, because this is 0, so you can take this from this 2, you can take 1 by root 2 omega L common, then it will be 100 also I can take common, but I am writing it here. Okay, this is minus, because this is minus, so this So if you take 1 by root 2 omega L common, so it will be 100 minus 90 minus 100 into this much. So if you do this one is common, and if you do this side, and it will be 17.43 at an angle of minus 175. Now if you got minus 175 as angle, and your V is at where is your V1? V1 is at 0. So it means obviously P1 will be negative, because I have shown you in switchgear classes also, in theories also, what is backward fault, what is forward fault. In that fault I have shown you, if this is my V1 at an angle 0 and my I is in this direction, this is at an angle of 175, that is minus 175, so it will be in this direction. This is 180, so this is my I, minus 175. So obviously it is in backward direction, because in plus 90 to minus 90 it is forward fault, because cos is positive here. Because if you calculate P1 will be V1 100 by root 2 into I1 is 17.43 by root 2 omega L into cos, angle between them. So cos 175 will be how much? It will be negative. So you can see if the angle is beyond even 90 degree, then it becomes a reverse fault. So current is actually flowing in reverse direction. It is not flowing in this direction. That's why it is going. With respect to this, it is showing 175, but actually the current is flowing in this direction. So it is negative. So you can see P1 is negative. So from the option BC, so already A and D is gone. So BC. So BC, if I now check, P2 in both these are positive. So I will not check P2, because with P2 I will not get any conclusion. So let me check P3, see, in the same fashion. So for P3, let me again consider this is I3. This is my standard I3. So what will be my I3 dash? First condition was this was on. So all the current was flowing through this. So this is 0. What will be my I3 double dash? I3 double dash was this was on. So current was flowing out of this. So it is going against that. So it was 100 by this one. 100 by root 2 at an angle of 0 divided by j omega L, which was 100 by root 2 omega L angle minus 80. And similarly, what will be your I3 triple dash? Means all current are flowing through this. So this will be positive. So it will be 100 by root 2 at an angle of this angle is 180. But this is, then it is 5 degree, because it is 180. So it is 5 degree divided by j omega L. So if you do it, you will find 100 by root 2 omega L at an angle of minus 85. This is minus. So now if you add again if you add all I3, so it will be 1 by root 2 omega L, 100 at an angle of minus 85 minus 100 at an angle of minus 80. This is positive, but this is negative, so that's why minus if you add these two. So again you will get something of this fashion, 1 by root 2 omega L, and this is 8.72 if you do the calculation, minus 172.5. Again 172.5 means, again if you calculate a P3, it will be negative. You are getting it now, why it will be negative? V will be 100 by root 2, I will be, because cos 172.5 will give you negative sign. So P3 is also negative. That means now you can see which one will be option C is the correct answer. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.